YouTube, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Maximum Intensity Football, Maction, where the teams play on Tuesday, turn around and play on Saturday, and vice versa. The craziest conference schedule in maybe the history of college football. But we're here and we're in it, and we're taking on Jackson State, who are 0-2. This is our first MAC game here in Week 5. As I mentioned at the end of last episode, if you haven't watched that one, by the way, go ahead and go take a peek. If you haven't watched the previous 12 to that one, go and take a peek just to see the idea behind the series and the journey until here. Somber news to start. Durham, our best receiver from last year, torn rotator cuff, out for 20 more weeks. So I think we'll have him back by next year, week 4. I'm pretty sure, because it's not weeks in a year, it's how many times you advance the week. So we'll have to see. So I did go and I did redshirt him, so he's going to be a redshirt junior next year whenever we get him on the field. But yeah, just take some dynamic portion away from our offense. But we have 3 recruits on this week. We have 3 recruits on next week, and we're already figuring out recruits for week 8. So this is a huge episode for recruiting. This is a huge episode for if we stay in the MAC for a year, or God forbid we get relegated back down to Conference USA. But without further ado, I'll stop yapping and we'll hop into this home game against Jackson State. 3rd and 7 for the defense here, just on the other side of midfield. So we're going to hop in and help. It's going to be an RPO look, and they're reading my guy. We had a guy slip and fall on the play. Oh boy. Is that this is the way that the game's going to go. They do score on that drive. We get the ball, and it is 3rd and 8. I'm guessing this is 4-down territory. That's why we run the ball, but it doesn't matter. We got this guy named Williams that just cannot be stopped. It is unbelievable how good this guy is. Gets the corner, he's going to spin back, and he's going to fight his way down to the 2. His wear and tear is crazy high, though. His shoulder is hurting him, which is not ideal, because we lost our other guy that hurt his shoulder for 40 weeks. As the backup, Thomas, gets in the end zone. He played relatively well last year as well in a limited role when we had Ferguson down for an extended period of time. So he's no stranger to getting the ball, which is great. And we get a huge sack. Jean-Louis in there on the sack to make it a 3rd and 13 here for the Jackson State team here. Oh no. And we get home again. Noah Carter rushing the quarterback and gets in for the sack. They're going to punt from here now. 4th and 17 from the 35. And the punt is going to be a very good one. Right out at the 5-yard line. Our offense is going to need to do a number. We do get out of danger there, which is good to see. 3rd and 2 just on the other side of midfield. We'll see if we can find a way to get Thomas the first down, and he does. 6 rushes for 46 yards for Thomas. So he has been very good in the wake of Williams being out of the game. We're going to go ahead and hit Kenoy, who has a good burst, to be honest. 90 speed. But he just has 2 really solid guys in front of him. We're going to go ahead and give Kenoy the ball here, and he's going to be stuffed. I don't like running the screen at the 1-yard line. It just seems pretty counterproductive, especially if the the computer starts to sit on it because we need it in much bigger situations. Anyway, Kenoy finds his first touchdown as a Ball State Cardinal. Not going to say his first career touchdown because that I'm unsure of, but as a Ball State Cardinal, that is definitely his first one. We are in a 3rd and 5 situation here. We're going to go ahead to Uter, and he's going to pick up the first down, and we cross the midfield line and get the first down. Back on the field in a 3rd and 4 situation. We're just going to go right to Williams. He's going to make a guy miss, run away from a guy, try to juke, cannot, but he gets the first down. Gets us close to the red zone, so the very next play we are in red zone alert. And we are going to give it to Williams. Oh, if Price was able to hold that just a little bit more. Just a touch longer, and we have a touchdown. It looked like he tried to go for like the pancake and just doesn't have the power to do that. We're going to RPO it out, and he's going to try to back into the end zone and not quite get there. Domitis just short. Williams is going to push the D-tackle out of the way and get into the end zone. He is a touchdown machine. I need to see how many he has because it's a crazy number, it feels like. 1st and 10, we are back in the red zone. I'm going to go ahead and go there. 21-7. Williams going to plant the foot, get upfield. 18 for 122 for him. The biggest issue that I have, that I worry about, is his wear and tear all year because we are just giving him the ball like crazy. But why not when he continues to do that consistently? The Ball State Cardinals found a gem in the portal, and quite frankly, I think it was by accident. I don't think I really wanted to get him because we only needed 2 running backs, and we had like 5 on our board, and we needed to find other positions, but I am sure glad that accident happened if it was an accident because this guy is unbelievable. Okay, and also, before people start flaming me in the comments, like, yeah, we are not playing very good teams right now, but you can't dismiss this kid's ability to find the end zone and to find first downs. You just cannot dismiss that, regardless of who you're playing. Field goal's up. Field goal is good. It is 31-7. As long as we keep this blowout going, we are going to be sitting pretty good for the 2 or 3. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 recruits on this week. The issue that I'm running into with scheduling visits is we don't have very many players that are going to complement each other on visits. So it's a lot of just like solo visits, which is not ideal, obviously. But what is ideal is a 41-17 victory in our first game of the MAC. Williams continues just to be unbelievable. 21-33, 63%, way better than the 40s we were seeing in the first couple weeks. 1 touchdown, 234 through the air, 28 for 172 and 2 touchdowns. Thomas had 12 for 81 and a touchdown. Kenoy 6 for 12 and a touchdown. 4 rushing touchdowns today. 7 for 74 for Williams, 4 for 32, 4 for Adonimus too. And then Washington, I don't even know who that is, 1 for 23 and a touchdown as well. So spreading the ball around, taking care of the ball, that's what we need from Carpenter. Noah Carter, 8 tackles. He looks like he got hurt, which would not be ideal. 8 tackles for him, 7 for Harmon in the 8, 6 for Gilbert. We had 8 tackles for loss, 3 from Gilbert. Harmon had 2 sacks for Gilbert, Carter, and then a half for each of Becker, Harmon, and Jean-Louis. And with that convincing win, Marcus Addison from Indiana, the 4-star receiver, commits to Ball State. All right, another huge home game for recruiting purposes. Coastal Carolina comes to Indiana to take on Ball State. After Coastal goes down and gets a field goal on their opening possession, we are down in the red zone. I missed the hole. That thing was so wide open. That's crazy. I don't know how I missed that. Looking tight end, not going to have it. We're going to have to roll away from pressure. We're going to get to the corner. Carpenter using his legs. Touchdown, Cardinals to take the lead. Looks like they're going for it on 4th down. 4th and 3, just on the other side of midfield. See what the Chandeliers have here, and they have a wide open curl route because we have a safety and a corner playing too deep. It's crazy how much that happens. They end up going for a field goal. They get yet another field goal. I mean, we just need to be better. They throw it to Williams. It's kind of out of reach, but he makes the catch, but can't get up the field like I was hoping to because of the pass. And, yeah, we're in trouble right now. Let's catch it. 1st down. We're just trying to make our way down the field very slowly, apparently. Unbelievable. Picked. I thought I could fit it to him before we got to that linebacker. Apparently not. That's on me. That one's not even on Carpenter. That is the first interception I think I've thrown with him, though, to be quite honest. Defense steps up, though. 3rd and 7. Throw under pressure. It is a missed throw, and we got to punt it back. We are in shambles right now. I just need one of our receivers to be able to beat press. We see it so frequently. As Carpenter throws yet another interception in sim. And, yeah, we are struggling offensively right now. It's the 3rd quarter. We've only scored 7 points. We do pick up the 1st down there on the screen to Williams. It's going to be another 3rd down, 3rd and short. And we misread it, but we're fast enough to outrun the end. However, they sent a corner blitz, and he chased me down from behind, and we have to settle for a field goal. The only good thing about that field goal is that we took the lead with that. So there's the positive, I guess. The negative is we can't score against this Chandelier defense, which is absolutely absurd. As Williams spins into the block, if he spins like towards the middle, he's probably scoring a touchdown. You can just tell his movement's different. Movement is very different. Why didn't we block that, man? You will understand my frustration here as we finish this game. Carpenter is going to find the end zone yet again with his legs. And defense gets another stop. We just need to pour it on. We need to get this blowout win because if we don't, we might be in trouble. We're going to roll out. We do have the speed to beat the end. I was really hoping that Longo gets hurt so frequently. I was hoping we could hit the crosser, but we're not able to do so. We're going to throw it out to Williams. We're going to spin back to the middle, run into our lineman, and typically doesn't bode well. So Williams is going to not quite find his way into the end zone, but he does get us to the 1-yard line. And we should punch it in here. Maybe not. Go read option. I cannot settle for another field goal down here. We're going to hand it off to Williams. Touchdown, Ball State. All right, now the route's kind of on. There's another there's another touchdown. They're going to go for it on 4th down. We are in the red zone. We're going to go ahead and take over. It's on the 1 yet again. It's 31-9 all of a sudden. Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the route is on, which is what we needed. I didn't want to jump into this. 38-16. Up 22. That constitutes as... Okay. I just had a little bit of a heart palpitation, I think. Constitutes as a blowout win, which is absolutely what we needed. Now, the reason why I was kind of like up in arms a little bit is these guys were a 54 overall. 54 overall. 1 TD, 2 picks. One of them was my fault. 31 carries again for Williams, 139 and a touchdown. Carpenter had 2 touchdowns on the ground. Thomas got into the end zone with no yards, which is wild. Williams had 9 catches today. That is insane. Washington with 5. Adomitis with 3. Grimes 2 for 58 and a touchdown. Defensively, 11 tackles for Yates. Harmon and Beckner with 8, 7 for Shepard. Carter did play today, so that's really good to see. 5 tackles for loss, including 2 from Shaughnessy. Marsh had 1 sack. And Devon Starr again with an interception. With the blowout win, right tackle Tuttle commits. So one of the recruits we had on this week was right end speed rusher Gerald Grant, and we're now in a recruiting battle with Notre Dame. We're not going to be. That's with a blowout win, and they just have been outpacing us the entire time. So we're going to have to back out of this, which is unfortunate. I was hoping for a little bit bigger of a visit for the 5-star. I don't really know why it wasn't. And well, because we didn't have any complimentary visits is the big reason, I guess. Which is frustrating. Hopefully we can hang on to that recruitment. Looks like, depending on how Mizzou does this coming week, we might have Jones. And yeah, so that's recruiting. Just a quick little update. Week 8 is going to be a big week. Like I mentioned before, we got 2 safeties coming on campus, so it's a grind right now in recruiting. All right, travel to Charlotte here in week 7. See if we can continue the MAC domination here. They are 2-1, so it should be a tough one, especially on the road. First drive of the game, we're in a 3rd and 10 situation. We're going to hand it off to Williams. He's going to pick up 5. A little bit of like a 4-down territory spot there to just hand it off to our star and see if he could do anything with it. We're going to go ahead and hit Uter, and he is going to pick up the 1st down. He did get kind of bumped on the way out, so thankfully, he was able to adjust to the ball and make the catch. We are now in the red zone after that play. Pressure's coming in. We're going to go ahead and get it to Uter again. He's going to drop that one. I did mention that we need to get him involved a little bit more. I swear we're running less tight end sets than we did last year. I don't know why, but it just feels that way. I wanted to throw it to Williams, but Carpenter is going to find the end zone with his legs. Touchdown, Ball State. Defense gets a turnover, gets us in the red zone to start this possession. And I needed to give that to Williams. I am struggling with read options in this episode for sure. We're going to get sacked. Tried to run backwards to get out of the sack and just made it worse. All right, well, 3rd and 27. Tight end is open. Under pressure, he drops it. What a throw by Carpenter. Actually, he's 1 of 7. Oh, my Lord. Field goal up. Field goal should be good. Did we? We went for 2, right? Is that what happened? Or did he just miss an extra point? Either way, 9-0. We do have the ball back in the red zone. Williams spins out 2 guys, breaks a tackle. What a run by Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. And quite frankly, the route is pretty close to being on here. 2nd and 4, they do stop him. He's 7 of 13, so they've done a really good job with Williams and not letting him kind of control the game like he has all year long. So we'll see if we can get him going in the next 3 quarters. We're going to go ahead and hit the slot receiver on a crosser. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. As well as this game is going, I'm going to jinx myself, and these guys are a 54 overall as well. So this is, this is how it should be when we face a 54 overall, as, oh my Lord, Williams is unbelievable. He just spins, breaks 2 tackles, finds his way in the end zone. It is 37-3. I'm just going to go ahead and dump it off to Williams. Oh, if you would have made him break his ankles with that juke, that would have been awesome. We're in the red zone. We should put shoe clock on. I don't know how much more I'm going to hop in here. Because this is just an absolute massacre. Absolute massacre. We have 37 points. It's not even halftime yet. There's 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, actually, to be exact. So, like, this is tough for the Charlotte fans. Absolutely tough. Uter gets us to a 3rd and inches. If he didn't have the sideline, he probably would have stiff-armed that guy into the ground, but I don't want to throw that. Hit the wrong button. All right, let's see if Williams can get himself going by getting the end zone. Carries the defender in. Touchdown, Cardinals. And, yeah, that's probably going to be it for us, to be honest with you. 51-3. Oh, my Lord. We didn't touch the field in the 2nd half, and we scored 65 points. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that is a very, very tough loss at home for Charlotte. That is brutal. Carpenter, 25 of 36, 294 and 3 touchdowns. 28 carries, 157 yards and 3 touchdowns for Williams. Carpenter had 13 for 31 and 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. Thomas ran for 5 yards per carry. Just an absolute domination. Kyle Washington, 7 for 102. Grimes, 6 for 64 and a touchdown. Uter had a touchdown. Williams also had a touchdown through the air. And defensively, not a whole lot happening. Shepard, Yates, and Carter all with 5 to lead the team. Beckner with 4. 1 tackle for loss by Garrison. 1 sack by Garrison. We had 6 interceptions. Donovan Starr with 2. Johnson Jr., Beckner, Harmon, and Carter all contribute with one as well. What a performance by Ball State. All right, you guys are going to get a treat. Fourth game of the episode. We are ranked number 24 in the nation. We do have a big visit. We have 3 people on visit this week. We did just drop the second behind Cincinnati in the strong safety race. So this is a huge game. If we blow them out, it should result in a couple recruitment wins as well. So let's see if we can take care of business before we head out on the road again for a few games. Hopping in early here on a 3rd down inside the red zone. We're going to hit Johnson. He's going to get down to the 5. He has 2 catches for 35 yards here already early in this game. We're going to go ahead and give it to Williams. He is going to pick up a couple after a great fighting effort by him. He has 5 carries for 22 yards. He's about, Thomas is in, so Thomas is going to get this carry, and he is going to be short. I don't know. Williams definitely would have got in there, I think, but it's not here nor there. We'll see if he can get in on this play. And he does. Walks in, not touched. Williams, yet another touchdown. Defense needs a little help here at the end of the first quarter. 3rd and 9, just inside the 40 for Texas State. They're going to hit their tight end. We're going to come up, make the tackle. It's going to be 4th and 4. 14-0. They go down and score. 14-7. We're going to hop back in here on a 3rd down. And hopefully we can take care of business here. And they're just going to hit a wide open curl route, and they're going to pick up the 1st down. We're going to hop in here on 3rd down in the red zone, 3rd and 7. Let's see if we can hold them to a field goal here. Going to drop back. They're going to throw it away, and that is going to be 14-10. Offense needs to kind of get going here. Kind of getting stagnant again. Kind of giving me some PTSD from the Army game. We're going to get out to Williams. We're going to try to spin back. Not going to work. Longo, imagine that, is hurt yet again. We are in the red zone. 1st and 10. See if we can get them to fall for this play action. And thread the needle, not quite able to do so. That was a pretty scary pass if I do say so myself. But Carpenter has been feeling a little bit better to me. So I'm a little more likely to take those opportunities and those chances. He does get sacked there. We're going to roll. We're going to send X a little bit deeper. We're going to find a little hole, and he drops it. What a throw by Carpenter. Johnson, the sure-handed guy, again with a big drop in the red zone. We're going to have to settle for 3. It is going to be 17-10. We do hold them at the end of the first half. Looks like they got another field goal. They get in to take the lead. Our offense just stalls out for some, like they just stall out. It's crazy. We got stuck on our D tackle. This is so frustrating. The issue is they don't give me, like, there should be like a, hey, your offense is struggling. Take over this possession. Not, oh, you're close to midfield and it's 3rd down. Do you want to try? He dropped it? It's 50-50. Not that means he catches every 50-50 ball, but good Lord. our offense is in trouble right now. In trouble. Let's have him going back against the grain. Johnson has a step. And he's going to just run away from that guy. I don't know if it's a linebacker or what, but that guy is so low. Touchdown Cardinals. The defense gets a stop, which is huge. We're going to try to throw it away from that safety. We should just get right up the seam, and that is going to be a touchdown for Grimes as well. 2 huge pass plays opens up the offense, and where was this the entire game? Where was this the entire game? Williams has 99 yards rushing, so it's not like he's not doing this thing. But it is still only an 8-point game. Like that's the big thing for me is we need to win by 17. We need 9 more points here. And we are already in the 4th quarter. So we need to pick this up. Otherwise, they're going to have a lot of really good field position. Throw it to the tight end. Doesn't drop that one, thankfully. 315 through the air for Carpenter today. Obviously, the 2 big pass plays aids that a lot. But Kenoy out of the backfield. He's going to sneak up the field in between 2 blockers and pick up about 6 more extra yards that we probably wouldn't have had. So, seeing him be able to get through the defense as well is nice. Uter, the big fella, is rumbling. He's going to stiff arm and he's going to get inside the 30. 3 for 51 for the big fella. He's not that, he's a big guy, but he's 82 speed, I think. Something like that. So, he's no slouch in the open field either, as you saw. He can get out and he can go. Throw it away from the safety. That is such a good throw by Carpenter. That's typically a throw that leads into the safety and it's an interception, then I get mad. But Carpenter with a great throw there. Left guard just got absolutely destroyed on that play. Doesn't give us any chance to get any yards. Man-to-man, Carpenter is just going to take off, get in the end zone. There's 7 points that we need. Defense gets the stop again. Looks like they went for it on 4th down. Kind of a last-ditched effort here to kind of stay in the game. But it gives us an opportunity to score more points, which obviously is something that we need to do with guys on campus. We haven't seen Williams here in the second half. I hit the wrong button. Oh, thank you for dropping it. It was so wide open, too. I wanted Johnson because Washington cleared and Grimes was bringing the guys backwards just like that. It was like the same exact look. 404 yards for Carpenter today. Begs to question, where has this been all year? Thomas finds his way into the end zone. The defense gets a stop as well. We're going to go ahead and play one more possession. We are up 22 right now, so if we were able to find a way to get in the end zone yet again, and we go up 29. What are you diving for? To get up 29, that makes me feel a lot better of the computer not blowing my blowout win. So it's the only reason that we're still kind of in this game. Okay. Well, just make a decision. Either cut it up or stay outside. It's not that difficult. Okay, he's sprinting to cover that. There's safety help over the top. And these guys are atrocious. Oh my Lord. How is our offense struggling so bad in Sim? I just do not understand. 52-23, an explosion in the fourth quarter for 35 points. There's no reason we needed that. No reason. 20 for 38, 437 and 4 touchdowns. Williams didn't play like the last 10 minutes, it felt like, so he didn't get over 100 yards for the first time. 3 rushing touchdowns combined, though. Defensively, 14 tackles for Beckner. Morales had 8, 7 for Harmon and Carter. 3 tackles for losses for Garrison and Beckner. Sacks for Garrison, half for Morales and Starr. No interceptions today. We get Jermaine Jones to commit, but he wasn't on campus that week. We jump a lot on Mississippi State on the Sam linebacker. We jump Cincinnati again. We should get a commit. If they force a battle, we might be in trouble. As far as the free safety, he should commit next week. So that's just a little update on the recruiting from that past game. So didn't get anybody to commit there, but we did gain a bunch of ground. 4 games, 4-0. We are ranked 18 in the nation here in week 9 of year 3, and we're kind of flying high right now. So we might be out of the MAC in year 1, which is a shock to me for sure. I thought for sure we would struggle, but the teams we've been playing are awful overall wise. 254 overall teams. We just beat a 61 overall team. Like there is not a lot of good teams here in the MAC, but I say that now, and I probably jinx myself when we lose the rest of the MAC games. But anyway, recruiting's looking okay. We just need to get depth in the class, but we can't get depth until we get these 4 stars committed and all that fun stuff. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like if you like the video. Leave a comment. Do we finish undefeated in the MAC? Yes or no? Simple comment. I appreciate you. I will reply to the comment as well. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.